Number two, it's bad messaging. So the second reason why people fail with their outreach or it's not working is they have bad messaging. And when I say bad messaging, I mean that they're sending like a block of text to a prospect on LinkedIn or just a massive email. And when it's too long, you're toast. They're not even going to read it. Everyone's in scanner mode right out of the gate when they actually see your outreach. They're a stranger. They're doing something else. So your outreach is interrupting their day. It's interrupting what they're currently doing. And if it's long, delete. I forget who it was. I think it was Dan Kennedy. Famous marketer in the direct response when direct mail was really hot. And he said, people sort their mail over the trash can. So if you look like spam, you'll get treated like spam. It's the same thing, right? So the biggest thing here, for bad messaging, 2A, is it's too long. We keep our messaging like 2 sentences. It's like dream outcome, social proof in like the first sentence, lead magnet, call to action. That's usually it. Too long, too technical. Russell Brunson talks about this. He's a famous marketer, studied Dan Kennedy for a while. Too technical. His term is technobabble. We're talking about like this really technical stuff and they don't really know about it. Medical device companies are a prime example of this. Manufacturers, prime example of this. Pretty much any like major B2B company, prime example of this, because there's very specialized knowledge and your prospects almost don't have it, or sometimes, in some cases, they don't really want to have it. So administrators at a hospital, usually they're not going to understand what's going on in the ICU. Some of them do, but most of them don't, and they don't understand the language as much. I'm trying to think of another example. Like manufacturing does not really know any marketing terms, right? So like all these different things. So if you get too technical with your wording, it's not going to land with your prospects. So too long, too technical, and then what's going on here? Spelling errors. That's a huge one. I can't stand it when people spell something wrong. Like they just launched their campaign willy-nilly and they spelled something wrong. And then here's a new one that is going to be interesting, and it's going to be happening. It's happening already. Clearly AI written. People are just going to start ignoring AI content because it was so easy for people to actually generate. And it doesn't apply to them if it's not relevant. So if they see if it's like clearly AI written, or they just see like a hyphen in the middle or like an M dash, that's what the ChatGPT calls those dashes that it writes with. People are going to start to see that, hey, this is AI. So that's bad messaging. We recommend just keeping all of your DMs and messages within 2 sentences. I'll give you guys a word limit, but just you want it as short as possible. You really want someone to think that you actually just like texted them from your phone or emailed them from your phone. And you have to assume that they're actually reading it from their phone, because chances are they are. So just make sure it's very short, right? And that's another good tip. Like when we're actually proofreading and I'm going to launch a new campaign for one of our clients, sometimes test the actual message and just see how it looks on an iPhone. That's really like getting into it, but that's what it takes. So that's number 2 is bad messaging. Number 3, any guesses? Bad deliverability, or on LinkedIn, it's going to be a weak LinkedIn profile. So bad deliverability or weak LinkedIn profile.